BlockTales is a game that I feel is underrated on multiple different levels. On one hand, people may discount the game simply because it's just a Roblox game. Others may try and knock at the game's art style and premise being too simplistic, or for being some sort of shallow nostalgia bait. All these arguments are, obviously, untrue. BlockTales is a masterpiece of a game, and is quite frankly one of the best RPGs ever made. At the very least, it's certainly the best on Roblox. However, while many people, like the YouTube Let's Players and streamers, may only see the game as a goofy old Roblox spoof with fun gameplay and good music, there is an entire layer of this game that I see very few people talk about: the lore and story of the game. In my last, quite frankly embarrassing video on BlockTales, I basically issued out a cry for help in understanding the true story of the game. And after reading all of those comments and actually playing the freaking game and paying attention to what's happening, as well as with the earth-shattering drop of Demo 3, I think I know exactly what is going on in this game. At least, so far. So sit back, relax, and without further ado, let's dive into the deep lore of BlockTales, for real this time. So for those who for some reason have never played BlockTales, you begin the game immediately with the reveal that the player is someone who somehow came back in time from the future. Obviously, with the onset of a talking penguin screaming at you, as well as the lighthearted nature of the rest of the game, this little factoid was probably forgotten by most people who played. Especially considering Chapter 2 with the Venom Shank didn't do much to advance the player's character, instead choosing to focus on the relationship between Griefer and the mayor of Territoopolis. Chapter 3, however, really dives into the inner thoughts of the player, lightly touching on their trauma and repressed memories, as well as the lingering seeds of darkness inside of them. Judging by all the details in the game we can piece together so far, it seems like it is the player's destiny to collect the Swords of Time and use their power, a fact that honestly should have been obvious to me given that it's literally in the title of the game. Judging from their insecurities and bottled up, twisted, and frankly demented emotions, the player was consumed by power and probably destroyed the world after giving into hatred, the boss of Chapter 3, before somehow being sent back in time to the beginning of the game. It's important to note that the Cruel King talks to us all the way back in Chapter 1 as if we are some sort of walking apocalypse, calling our mere presence a doom to his kingdom, given that he has seen the future that we herald from. That is why he is so adamant in rewriting his kingdom's future. This apocalypse can't exist if the player is dead. Let's turn our attention to Griefer once more. After his defeat, we see the mayor run to his side and he laments that Shedletsky warned them about Builderman. This has always been an extremely strange line for me, and at the time I saw it as the game telling us that Builderman is actually the main antagonist of the game. However, now that we've played Demo 3, I think we know what's actually meant to be happening here. In Chapter 3, the latter half of the game is spent in the Mindscape, and we are followed everywhere we go by Builderman. He's in there, constantly talking about escaping with us and getting out. It's revealed at the end that Builderman was simply an alias for hatred, who wishes to puppet and control our body. It is my theory that hatred doesn't just exist for us, it exists in the minds of all those who use the Swords of Time. It corrupted Griefer and the Cruel King, pretending to be Builderman in order to dig through their psyche, break them, and finally take command over their actions in order to cause chaos. Shedletsky probably knew about the fake Builderman's existence, because he also once had the swords in his possession, and he had to have told the mayor something about Builderman. We see time and time again proof that the swords corrupt the minds of those who use them. But what if this is exactly how? Hatred, as Builderman, manipulates those wielding the blades, allowing them to play right into his hands. We've defeated our own version of hatred, but that doesn't mean that others still don't exist in the minds of the remaining sword bearers. I imagine that in the next chapter, we will tell Shedletsky about fake Builderman, and he will elaborate on it. As for what's going to happen with the Firebrand, who's to say? I have a feeling that it might be set in the Bandlands, but given that that would be 2 spooky chapters in a row, I don't think they'll do that. Whatever they end up doing, I'll be here, with more theories when the time comes. And that's all I really got for this video. If I missed anything, please let me know in the comments. Also, tell me what you think of this theory while you're at it. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time, where we'll talk about the lore of the TDX Halloween event. See you guys next time. Bye.
No! It's not my enemy! No!